Hi everyone, this is Tyler Bisbee with Cal Baptist University, and this is Kinesiology 404. And today I'll be talking to you about the 5 parts of skill-related fitness. And these 5 parts are going to be our agility, balance, coordination, reaction time, and speed. Alright, so the first activity that we're going to be looking at is balance. And balance is our ability to stay stationary or kind of keep ourselves in alignment when we're moving or when we're standing still. And what I have set up here is just a makeshift balance beam. We can make this out of about anything. I'm just using a 2x4 and a couple of my son's chairs to practice our balance. So what we'll do is we can stand up and we can have our students come onto the balance beam, and then the goal is just to move while keeping their balance and not falling off of the board. So as we start to progress into middle school and then further on into high school and maybe even at collegiate level, balance is an important skill that we should have because we should be able to maintain our steadiness so that we're not falling when we're working on a skill like ice skating, riding a bicycle, or just running across the field. It's really important for that steadiness to help us build our skills onto the sports or maybe the exercises that we'll be using as we start to progress through life. Agility is another skill that we're going to be using, especially in middle school fitness. And agility is our ability to change position of our body quickly, but under control. So what I want to do is I'm going to demonstrate my agility by setting up some kind of small barrier here. And when we're playing a sport like football, where we're going to be moving really fast in open space and we need to be able to switch sides or to make quick jukes or cuts, we can set up these things to help us with that. And what we can do is we can go ahead and set up, and then as coaches call it off, we'll come downhill and then they'll call off a direction to turn, and then we make that cut and change our body speed and change our body's ability from one area to the next. So go ahead and call it, sir. Go, and then coming down, and
Left.
cut.
Go.
All right, so we're coming down.
Right.
Our next skill is speed. And speed can involve moving from one place to another super fast. We want to get going as quick as possible. So we can use our whole body from moving one point to the other, or we can also talk about moving speed in body positioning or with one certain kind of body part. In this case, I have my football here. And what I want to do is I'm going to come back, and then my arm's going to come back as quick as I can to let go of that or release that football as quick as possible. So demonstration with the football is here, coming back, and then letting it out. The importance of speed, especially in sports, we want to be able to get from point A to point B, whether it was me throwing the football and I want to get that football out as quick as possible because I have some kind of pass rusher coming in to hit me, or I'm a running back in football and I'm moving from point A to point B, being the backfield to the end zone. Maybe I'm a baseball player hitting the ball from the home plate and I'm moving to first base or first base to second base as quick as possible because I was able to hit that ground rule double out into the outfield. So it's important that we understand speed. Now, does it always take place? Not always, because we might have exercises where we don't need to encompass speed. But when we're looking at it in sports, it's super important. All right, so we're going to be talking about coordination next, and coordination is another important aspect that we have when we're starting to teach middle schoolers the importance of exercise in sports. And coordination is going to be the ability for the body parts to work together simultaneously. This could be as simple as hand-eye coordination, a baseball player coming out using his mitt to come up and make that catch, or a pitcher using his hand and his fingers to be able to control what kind of pitch he's throwing. We can also look at this with our coordination of being able to do tricep type extensions versus pull downs with our triceps. We're using all kinds of different muscles that are working together to succeed at the activity that we're working on. All right, so for coordination, we're going to use hand-eye coordination. What I do is I have my wife Sarah doing the camera right now, and she's going to toss me the football on go. So what I want to do is I want to get visualization with her. My demonstration is having that person throwing the ball, me catching it, throwing back to the other person. Okay, so Sarah, go ahead and throw that ball. Hand-eye coordination, getting that ball. Okay. So with coordination, it's super important that we're teaching these to our children, our middle school children up through high school and into collegiate sports. or if they go even further into pro sports. And with coordination, it's important because it's going to be able to help us be able to do the job that we need to do, or the function that we need to do within the sport or the exercise program that we're working. Without coordination, we're going to have children falling down, or they're not going to be able to make that catch. They're not going to be able to use their mitt while they're using their throwing arm. So it's important that we're teaching this to the kids. All right, so our last skill is going to be our reaction time. And reaction time is important because it's the ability to move quickly on a signal. And we want to incorporate this at middle school level and higher, because that reaction time is going to help us in sports, whether it's a baseball player at the bat and being able to crack that ball off, and me as an outfielder being able to spot that hit and moving to where the ball's coming, to being a football player on the line of scrimmage watching for that football movement when the quarterback snaps the ball, and I can jump off of that line, fire off, make sure I'm doing my blocks or taking the handoff or getting out as a receiver to catch the ball. So if we have good reaction time, then we'll be more successful in sports. Our reaction time is also going to be important if we're working inside of the weight room. Maybe we have some kind of weight that we're using and we lose control of that weight. We want to be able to catch it before we injure ourselves, or have reaction time and understand the workouts that we're doing. So the video clip that I'm going to show was actually done earlier with my 13-year-old, and this is going to be demonstrating reaction time, firing off of the line of scrimmage for a 40-yard dash, which is an important skill that we learn as athletes to be able to check our overall performance. And that reaction time is really going to be important for understanding how to get the quickest speed off of the line and to be able to get the fastest time through the run. And it almost, with the 40-yard dash, incorporates everything that we've been talking about up to this point. Come down, we get that flexion off the hip here, flexion here, set, go! You don't have to yell down. So in conclusion, I just want to say thank you to everybody for watching the video, and with any questions or concerns, please reach out to me. But it's important that we understand these 5 skills that we've been talking about, these basics. These basics we've been teaching from an elementary school level 1 to a fitness level 2 and 3 when we reach middle school. And these all can function together, moving with speed and with our reaction time and with our agility and our balance and our coordination. These all work together as we start to find focus, all of our muscles in our body, being able to use those muscles together to perform. And as we just become more physically fit and more active as a middle schooler than when we were just children, learning how to work our muscles to the most basic levels, right? And just want to say thank you again, and I hope everybody has a great week. Say bye.